Hello there, I'm Scotty, you're not. I'm going to talk about Bash in Berlin, but just something you might notice. Something's a little askew. The air conditioner's on, sorry about that, it's going to be loud, but it's hot. And so, I've been sick the last couple days. I'm still getting over it. Got a bit of a headache going on, my stomach is a little picky right now, but man. So I had any videos. I probably wouldn't have had videos anyway for the weekend because I wouldn't have been here, but I'm here. But yeah, it started Thursday. I would have had something on Thursday at least. I would have put out a couple more of the DC ones on Thursday, but no, didn't happen. Got sick and figured I'd do this because I watched it. Why not? WWE Bash in Berlin, first ever pay-per-view premium live event in Germany, and so we have our matches. The card, look, meh. Look, I understand what Triple H wants to keep it a 5-match card. He wants to have it just like that and not go too far. But you have all of these championships and barely see anything. I don't care about weekly television, Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, Defend. I don't care. I don't care. When I was growing up watching wrestling, like specifically when I was a teenager watching wrestling, when I was in high school I started watching again, pay-per-views, or premium live events as they're called now, pay-per-views, were specifically held for championship matches. The championship matches were for the pay-per-views. Every title was usually on the line at a pay-per-view. Now, this one we got 3 titles. 3 titles in a 5-match pay-per-view because as of late they focus on these nonsensical, look, I understand you gotta have some rivalries that aren't for titles, but I don't think, I don't know, because the Punk McIntyre rivalry is good, but I could have not. I don't think, like, did anyone think that when Finn Balor turned on Damian Priest that it was leading to a mixed tag team match, or Finn Balor wasn't even a goddamn match? No. It would have just led to another one-on-one match, but at least it would have made more sense than, let's do this match. And the finish to that match didn't even make any sense. The finish happened about 5-10 minutes before the actual finish of the match happened. Or should I say, the finish of the match should have happened. It went down like it was going to happen, and then they're like, nah, just kidding, and then they did another one. It just didn't, no. And if you look at the winners of this, everyone was a babyface except for the main event. Spoiler alert. I was just like, what are they doing? Have some kind of, And even then, I don't understand what they were doing with these. Because, like, one of the first ones that they announced was Randy Orton versus Gunther. Okay, sure, you want to have Gunther in a big match, Randy Orton. Now, I'll get to that when I get to that match, but yeah, there's that. And then they announced that Kevin Owens was gonna face Cody Rhodes, and I went, why? What was the point? They tried to justify it, like, oh, he's one of Cody's best friends. Oh, Cody's saying like, oh, you have been, every time you get a title match, it's not fair, so I'm giving you a fair shot. And then it's like, and no, you're not doing it for me. And you got the mixed tag match, like I said. And then they threw in the women's tag team titles for some reason. And even that match ending made no sense. So, yeah, this pay-per-view was a mixed bag for me. We'll start off with the WWE Universal title match, or WWE Championship match. I refuse to say undisputed. WWE Championship match between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. This was good. However, so going into this, there's a whole speculation that Cody Rhodes might be injured. And so he had a bad knee or something. The problem is, they were doing the same thing with the Randy Orton Gunther match about how Gunther's arm was injured. Why would you have the same story in both matches? Oh, this guy's injured. I gotta go with that. He's injured. The injured arm. It's just like, why? Why are you telling the same story in both matches? I don't understand. I mean, it's a different story here. Is Randy Orton would definitely go for the arm there, but everyone's saying Kevin Owens was gonna turn heel. He didn't. He didn't, and he didn't need to. He didn't need to, because I'm sick of everybody turning heel for no reason other than we got nothing to do with them. We got nothing to do for them, so let's just make them heel. I'm just sick of it, because there's so much more they could have done as a babyface, but because you can't think of anything at the moment, he's now a heel. There's no reason for him to turn heel, and he didn't. This is pretty good, all things considered. Like I said, there's a spot where he could have attacked the back of his leg, but doesn't, and then another spot where he could have done the powerbomb on the ring apron, which is the hardest part of the ring, mind you. Didn't do it. And like, one thing I questioned, Cody went to do his finisher. I went to do the 3 crossroads, and I'm like, really? Really? You think Kevin Owens needs 3? Really? I can see Roman Reigns. You really think Kevin Owens needs 3 to go down? I think the first one would have taken him down. Maybe the second one. If not the first one, the second one would have. But 3? Really? But when he went, they did the thing where he goes for the 3rd, and then he reverses. So, yeah. So, but Cody wins, and we celebrate, dance to the music, whatever, you know. One thing that got annoying. Now everyone says, "Oh, I love international crowds." Constantly they are singing something. I have no idea what they're singing because it's in German. So they're constantly doing it, and I understand they want to show the support, but it was annoying. And it happens every time we go to an international crowd. They just start singing, and it gets annoying because I'm sitting here trying to watch the match, and all I get is or whatever the hell they're trying to do. And also, they're counting with the 1, 2, 3, but they're doing it in their language. And I no disrespect, but like, I'm trying to count along, and all I'm hearing is, hey, zay, zay. I'm like, and then my brain goes, that's not right. That's not right. It's 1, 2, 3. And again, I didn't say the words. I don't know the words in German. I know Spanish, uno, dos, tres, you know, and French. I think I know French. Un, deux, trois. But I don't know the German. I know a little bit of German, but not enough, you know. Like with Spanish, I could form a sentence. Donde está la biblioteca? Which is like the easiest sentence to do because you get taught that in school and stuff. So, although I didn't take Spanish class, but yeah, it got a little annoying. But I got over the count, but the singing thing was really annoying. Next, we have the women's tag team titles. I didn't care. As long as the Unholy Union, they lost. Okay, I'm done. Bye. No, I don't get to finish. Again, they had a perfect finish set up, where towards the end of the match, they had Bianca Belair set up for the finish thing, and then all of a sudden, nope, move out. She gets moved out of the way. She lands on her partner, and then Bianca and Jade win. Why are we playing hot potato with these titles? They lost them, and then won them back. Why are we doing that? I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't understand why we had to switch the titles back to them. It makes no sense to me. Should have just kept them on the Unholy Union. We didn't need to do it. And again, this match was not pay-per-view level. Like, I'm sure nobody cared about this match at all. I didn't. I barely paid attention. I was on my phone the whole time. That's why I could tell you there was that one part that should have been the finish. And then the end of the match, where they just did the KOD and won, and they didn't need to win. They shouldn't have won. I don't get it. Then we have what should have been the best match of the night, but again, WWE gotta be WWE because they gotta make no sense for no reason. It is CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre in the strap match. This still might have been the best match, actually, now I'm thinking about it. But it's the stupid-ass strap match where you gotta hit the buttons. Why? Why we gotta do the button? Why? Why can't we just have CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre so they can beat the hell out of each other? You know, take the strap. This is about one side of the one hand, one on the other, and they just beat the holy hell out of each other. Get the strap, beat the holy. Stop it! Stop it! I'm sorry about that. He gets out of hand. But why can't we just do that? They have been teasing this since even before WrestleMania that these two were going to collide. And then they finally give it to us at SummerSlam with a stupid-ass stipulation of Seth Rollins being the, I'm going to say general manager, the special guest referee. And now we can finally, we'll do a strap match. Cool. Oh, it's the button one. No, because essentially, what you are doing is watching two men fighting over pressing a goddamn button. Who wants to watch that? Sure, there was moments where they just beat each other with the strap and there's table stuff going on. Which, by the way, why did Punk have to take all the... Well, Drew McIntyre took the chair that I had. He went through the chair and the thing. But why did Punk have to go through the table? Well, seems to be some kind of unwritten rule where whoever sits at the table has to go through it. And that's bullshit. He did set the table, but I forgot the table was there. I threw him over. I'm like, what is he? Oh! Man, come on. Like, yeah, there's a point where they did the JBL thing where he put CM Punk on his shoulder and they're hitting the button. And he's hitting the button afterwards. And then they're both trying to reach the last button. And I'm sitting here going, we're watching two grown-ass men fight over a button. Well, what are we doing here? Did this come out of the... No, but it sounded like it did, didn't it? Did you hear that? Hold on. Maybe that's just how it sounds. But, yeah. And then, even the finish. I mean, it was a good finish, but it felt like it took forever. Why did it have to take so long for this part of the match to end? So, CM Punk, he hits the one button, and he hits the GTS, which should have turned off the light. But, oh, first of all, I'm going to put this out. So, they said that the lights are red for Drew McIntyre and green for CM Punk. And I immediately got pissed because I'm like, how does that make any sense? First of all, Drew's jacket had green on it, and CM Punk was wearing red on his shirt. I think you messed up there. I was convinced Michael Cole messed up reading the piece of paper he had in front of him. And it was supposed to be the other way around. But no, as they were going, why? You can't even get that right. Punk clearly, not just because he's my favorite, red's my favorite color, but clearly Punk should be represented by red. Because Drew McIntyre is Scottish. And another color, their flag is blue. But Gallus is green. So, and he had green on his jacket. I mean, come on. But anyway, so he hits one button, and he hits the GTS, and it hits the next button. And then once they hit the other button, stops, hit it with another GTS, hits that button, and then looks over the other one, and stops again, takes the stupid-ass bracelet off of Drew McIntyre's arm. I know it means a lot to him, but essentially this whole rivalry's been over a bracelet. You did my bracelet! It's what cost him his match at SummerSlam, by the way. I didn't talk about SummerSlam because I wasn't, you know. And so, yeah, and then he hits another GTS, and he hits the last one, wins. Issue is that it shouldn't have worked that way, because they clearly state that if you start hitting the buttons, then once you start fighting again, everything goes back to normal, and the lights turn off. So hit that first button. As soon as you hit the GTS, the light shouldn't have went off. The light should have went off. So, like, he's hitting these buttons, and every time he should be getting one because he is going back to fight Drew McIntyre again. So he's essentially resetting every time, but it's not resetting every time. but it should have. And I know I'm complaining, even though my guy won, but it still doesn't make any sense. It still doesn't make any sense, which is why this stupid push the button version of the strap match is stupid. It's bullshit. My guy won, but still, why can't? And it's even more infuriating when you look back at last year or the year before, whatever it was, when it was Karrion Kross versus Drew McIntyre in a strap match, Extreme Rules. It wasn't the button one. They just beat each other with the strap until one person won the match, which was Karrion Kross, by the way. So that means 0-2 for Drew McIntyre. Yeah. So why couldn't they just have the regular one? We had to have the buttons. What do you have to do the buttons for? Why could Karrion Kross be in a regular one and Punk has to have buttons? Eh. Anyway, we got the Terror Twins. Stupid name. Versus the Judgment Day. Terror Twins sounds like a comic book team or cartoon characters. I don't know. But yeah, versus the Judgment Day. Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest versus the Judgment Day, which is Dom Mysterio and Liv Morgan. The wrong people won. The wrong people won. There was a moment in this match where it looked like Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley were about to win, but here comes the Judgment Day. Carlito and JD McDonough, they distract them, and then Finn Balor comes in and he hits a sling blade on Damian Priest. Liv takes out Rhea, and then Dom hits the 619, goes up, hits the frog splash. That should have been the finish. 1, 2, 3, we're done, let's go have cake. But no, that's not the finish. It should have been the finish. I'm going, wait, what? Then all of a sudden Damian Priest takes out 3 guys at one time. Bullshit. And then Rhea comes in and hits the Riptide on Liv and wins. Bullshit again. I'm sorry. They did not need to win this match. You are trying to prove, you're trying to show that the whole thing with the Judgment Day is we don't need you. We're stronger without you. So have them beat them and prove it. Right? Why do you need to have them get their wins back from the previous pay-per-view? You don't. The Judgment Day should have won this match. Come on! Then we got Randy Orton taking 73 hours for his entrance. Yep, I swear to God, I don't know how long his entrance is taking. He did the Stone Cold Steve Austin thing where he goes to every post, but like he didn't go as fast as Stone Cold Steve Austin, so he's just like casually walking over, doing the thing, and it's just like, are we done? Hello? Are we done? And then Gunther comes out. They're both wearing similar colors. Like, Randy Orton has red, but also he has red boots and knee pads, which is weird because he never does that. It's usually maybe the boots, but I don't know. Usually just the tights. But then Gunther comes out with the red ring jacket, said "Ring Getter" on the back and all that. It's more of a reddish pink, I guess. What do you call that? Fuchsia. So they get ready to do the ring announcements. Samantha, who was the only one ring announcing, she announces Randy Orton, and she goes to announce Gunther, and all of a sudden his hand comes into view. And then the camera pans over, and it's Ludwig Kaiser, who has somehow teleported there. And I say teleported because the crowd does not react to him until the camera moves on him. So do they like mute the crowd? Did the production mute the crowd so that there could be a pop or something? Because it just doesn't make any sense. Because they would have seen him, right? And he's from Germany. All this, hometown hero Gunther stuff. He's Austrian. Ludwig is the hometown boy, not him. Oh, he wrestled in WXW, or whatever the hell that was called. And so you okay, sure, fine. But, you know, if Gunther's from Germany, then Drew McIntyre's from Cardiff, because that's WWE. According to WWE, that's what it is. I don't know, but it's just felt weird because something on my hearing. It felt weird. It was weird because there was nothing, and then as soon as Zan comes out and it comes into view, they start cheering, and it's just like, wait, they would have seen him far before. How did they do that? It just didn't make any sense. So he introduced him. Duh, every time, it just sounds like he lost a brain cell. Introducing the World Heavyweight Champion, the Ring General Gunther. It's like for a second there, his brain goes blank. And the Ring General, just, I don't know, just that's what it sounds like, dude. I don't know. This was a good match. Again, focusing on Gunther's arm. You knew Gunther was going to win, so you kind of just, you know, whatever about it. But it was a good match. You know, don't get me wrong. Not a fan of the submission finish. It's too Roman Reigns for me with the whole guillotine thing. It's like Roman's gone, so we got somebody else who uses the finish to squeeze him out. I don't like those finishes because to me, a pinfall would work better than just it's a cheap finish. Squeeze the air out of someone, and while this is more practical than the what's actually a chokehold and squeezes you can't breathe. But like here, I don't know. Like I don't get me wrong, I like submission finishes, like sharpshooters, crossface, stuff like that. But when you choke into someone like that, sorry, I hit the wrong point in my neck. It just, I don't know. Not a fan. But Gunther won. They shake their hands afterwards. You know, there's some stuff there. I guess the referee was apparently old Chuck Robinson here was allowing a lot of stuff. I think ran out for a little blow at one point. They were bopping each other because they're like, oh, that could be that usually costs for disqualification, but referee Charles Robinson allowing it here. They were also hitting each other off the announce table. Since when has throwing each other on the announce table ever been a disqualification in any match ever? I've seen regular matches where you put your opponent, they put their opponent through the announce table, and it's still not a disqualification. Right? I'm just saying. I don't know, but it was a good match. There's still not much to say because, again, I didn't really pay attention because I knew who was winning. It was also not only obvious because they're in Germany, but also he's the only heel on the card that had everyone else be baby faces that won. Another reason why the Judgment Day should have won, because up to that point they were all baby faces that won. You know, or, and I'm not. If you had the Illinois Union won, then you still would have had a decent 2 to 3. But to have only one heel win, kind of meh. Overall, the show was decent. For a card that looked meh, they did a good job of making it work, I guess. Bianca and Jade did not need to win the tag titles. The Terror Twins did not need to win that tag match. And for God's sake, you didn't need to have the button-pushing version of the strap match. Okay? Okay? Yes, Joe Pesci and Lethal Weapons 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Yeah. And I did it. It was all you. Shut up. Shut up. But it was. Wait, why did you hit me over here and yelp me over there? Shut up. See, you did it again. Anyway, before I lost my damn mind. Obviously, I'm feeling better. So, Yeah, what are your thoughts on this show? Leave in the comments below. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm Scotty. I'll see you in the next one.